Hi, Retro Crew. The Office is a great show, but does the quality decline as the series goes on, like with many shows? We're going to talk about that today.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
The Office is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, mine too. I think we've mentioned that a time or two in previous videos.
Having said that, I do have some thoughts.
Having said that, I do have some thoughts.
Some of the storylines in the last 2 seasons are just so stupid.
Yeah.
It stinks!
I hate the Robert California year.
Me too.
Robert! California!
Just some of the storylines with him are so stupid.
Yeah, it kind of starts to...
No. Can I finish? Is that okay?
The office party, like when they go to Michael and what's-her-face, Jan's house.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the best episodes, but the party at his house is just one of the worst episodes in the entire series. It's like the same idea, it's just that one is so dumb.
Dumb.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know, what was I starting to say?
I don't know.
Forgot what I was going to say.
I think once Sabre takes over, it kind of starts to decline.
Yeah, then especially once Michael leaves.
Yeah. I think when Sabre comes in, it's like inching towards when Michael's gonna leave. So, I don't know. I've worked for companies where other companies have taken over before, I think, so I kind of can relate to that.
Yeah.
Where like here you still want
everything changes.
Yeah.
For the worse, usually.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some changes around here.
Because your previous company has a way of doing things and it's been working, then this other company comes in, like a bigger company, and they try to change everything, make you conform to their way of doing it, whether it works or not.
Yes, I think it works.
So it's relatable anyway, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's one of the good things about it.
Right.
But, I mean, once Sabre's there, Pam and Jim have been married for a while, and that, like, their earlier years are so much better than once they get married.
Yeah, the whole will they, won't they type of thing.
Just their dynamic, and Dwight and Jim, they still have like a tumultuous relationship, or a rocky, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, either one works.
But
Just take it off.
in the beginning, it's just so much better. Like, they don't seem to like each other at all, but once they start liking each other, it's good, but it's still not good too.
Right. And in the beginning, Jim was just kind of like a slacker who didn't want to be there. And as the series progresses, he kind of gets more responsible and like actually cares about what happens. And
and the whole what's his name? Vickers, D'Angelo Vickers.
D'Angelo Vickers.
Yeah, that's the worst character in the entire series, without question. Like, I love Will Ferrell, but he's just horrible in this show.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were going to do with him. It seemed like
in every episode, he was just a different. You didn't know what to expect ever.
D'Angelo!
I'm glad he only lasted like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, and Charles Minor, you're not supposed to really like him.
Yeah,
but he
Charles
played
Minor
well.
I liked better than I liked D'Angelo Vickers.
Yeah, I mean he was just trying to make it more efficient or whatever.
Yeah,
like he was actually
for some reason he didn't like Jim. That's the only reason most people didn't like him.
Yeah, that was weird, but I mean that was a good storyline and everything, and I like how Michael got rid of him.
Yeah,
that was satisfying.
Yeah, me too. I like the last thing.
Yeah.
Nope, you're done.
Hey guys. Nope, you're done.
But then he showed back up at the volleyball game.
Yeah, he's still a part of the company until Sabre's gone.
Yeah.
Or until Sabre buys it out.
Oh yeah.
Once Sabre buys it out, he's gone.
Gone.
They're just such stupid ones. Like the 2 new guys, I don't like their... I don't like
and Clark?
Yeah, much about them. I mean, they are funny, but I don't think they should have thrown new characters in.
No, especially during, was it the second to last season, I guess it is? Or is it the last season?
The last season is when they come in.
Oh, yeah. And in the last season, they start, like, the film crew starts interacting more, and that one talking head thing, Jim and Pam talk to them, and they talk back.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be just them filming it, and...
Yeah, you see behind the scenes stuff. I don't like the whole Brian storyline. Or the whole Jim and Pam having trouble storyline.
Right.
Like, that's not them at all.
No.
I don't know why they had to put that in there.
Yeah, it seemed like they're kind of just running out of ideas by the last season.
Yeah. Just throwing stuff in.
I didn't mind Andy as a regional manager. I think he was good and all that kind of stuff. But then when he starts like sailing the boat
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
just taking
that's
time out.
because he had other obligations and they had to get rid of him somehow.
Yeah.
But it is dumb in the show. They could have done it differently.
Right.
But there's one storyline I was going to talk about.
When Nellie came in and just decided to be
Oh,
manager.
yeah. When Nellie came in and Andy was down in Florida getting Aaron. And she just takes his job and Robert California's okay with it and he lets it happen. Then he fires Andy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, like, he's kind of trying to do something about it first, then he just kind of doesn't care. He's like, the flowers will arrange themselves.
That is the stupidest storyline in this entire show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that.
Right.
There's no company in the world that would let somebody come in and take somebody's job like that and just go with it.
Especially if she wasn't, like, qualified or anything like that.
Yeah, she applied for the job. She didn't get it.
Exactly.
And then she just walks in, sits down in his chair, and takes his job, and everyone's okay with it.
Yeah, she caused that whole problem, like, caused Aaron and Andy to flip out.
Yeah.
And then Andy gets fired instead of something happening to her. And then they keep her on anyway. And I understand why Andy's kind of like, doesn't like her, but he wouldn't really be allowed to get away with that once he's manager again.
No, there's a lot in the show they wouldn't be able to get away with. That's what makes it so funny.
Yeah, that's true.
It just like takes actual situations and makes them worse.
Yeah.
That's not an actual situation though. That would never happen anywhere.
No.
Like there are job places where people say things they shouldn't and they get away with it and do things they shouldn't do and
Yeah, but not to that extent.
Yeah.
Of course.
They're not going to do their jobs, I'm not going to do mine.
Dude, the whole Nellie Bertram situation is kind of dumb. She's a dumb character.
Another
She's not D'Angelo Vickers dumb, but
another needless addition to the show, I guess.
yeah, definitely. They started adding characters in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
More the last season than the second to last, but
Yeah, but throughout they added Andy in the third or fourth season.
Yeah.
But he was a good addition.
yeah, but it's needless in that season.
Right. Yeah.
I know that Ryan and Kelly leave, so they hire the two new guys. But still,
Still.
just left it like kind of in the background. They're kind of major characters at that point.
Yeah, right.
Kind of more than Kelly and Ryan ever were.
There are no small parts, just small actors.
I know Ryan does have some big storylines in the show, but I don't know. Like the whole tractor thing with Clark.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I don't even know what an auger is. It's a post hole digger.
What? What's an auger used for?
Post hole digging.
Yeah, and they tried to do that spin-off series with Dwight, and that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that I would have liked to see that show, but if they made it better.
Yeah, well, Dwight's your favorite character anyway.
Yeah, he is. But that whole storyline was kind of dumb. Like shooting the grandmother with a shotgun.
Yeah.
It was just dumb.
All the shroot
It was funny when the
know.
neighbor drove up and they're like, "Has anyone
mentioned her land yet?
mentioned her land yet?" Yeah. That part was funny.
Yeah.
That's acidic.
Yeah, the whole...
Then Oscar's there just to show that like some people from the show are going to show up in the Dwight show. But,
Yeah, what do they call it? A backdoor pilot?
yeah, I think so. But I'm pretty sure that's why Oscar was at the funeral.
Probably.
This is Oscar Martinez.
Still one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just the last couple seasons. Some of the storylines, it's like they're running out of stuff, like he said earlier.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make it crazier.
And they're trying to do more with Daryl.
Yeah.
Like, he was made the assistant regional manager, and then
Yeah.
Andy's not, like, taking him seriously or caring about his ideas, and then he's going to go work with Jim, and that doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, Daryl changed a lot throughout the series, too.
Yeah, he did.
Like, I know he's trying to advance and everything, but...
And he was a warehouse, in charge of the warehouse, and now he's the assistant regional manager.
Right?
And he hasn't had any training. I mean,
Yeah, but
still.
that one episode when the whole warehouse won the lottery and he had to hire new people, he was just, like, mopey the whole time.
Yeah.
I think that's the least I've ever liked Daryl. He, like, didn't care about anything, didn't want to do his job, and then he demanded that Andy give him the regional manager position.
Yeah.
He's like, I earned it, everyone said I got it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
doesn't matter what they all say, it's what they decide in the end.
exactly. Like, if you're not qualified enough, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it.
It is one of my favorite shows, though. I know I've said that like 4 times now.
Yeah.
But if we could take out the last season, just like Scrubs,
Yeah,
like that show was great up until the last season, and
yeah, because it was supposed to like end when JD left,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Then they decided to do a ninth season.
Yeah.
He came back a little bit in it.
yeah, and they made it a different hospital. They
Yeah.
tore the old one down and built a new one, I think.
Hey, you want to come in? We're building.
There's just some, and we didn't even mention all the crazy storylines. It just that's quite a few of them. But all the beginning ones are so good.
Yeah,
I know there's a couple of duds in the beginning too, but
yeah.
nothing that even comes to mind right now. These ones just, I don't know.
I usually just tell people you have to get through the first season, then it gets really good.
Yeah,
Like the first season's okay; it has some funny stuff and like classic.
yeah. I hate Michael in the first season.
Yeah.
I think everyone does. I think you're supposed to.
I think you're supposed to be more like David Brent from the original Office.
He was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think because the first episode was exactly like the first episode of the British version of The Office,
Yeah, just with different jokes,
right?
like Americanized.
Then David Brent showed up like a couple of times in this version too. So I don't know if two different paper companies in two different countries,
I don't know. Maybe
like what the storyline is supposed to be.
they're in the same universe, anyways.
Yeah,
The multiverse is real.
All right, I think that's all I have to say.
yeah, me too.
All right, so let us know what you think. Let us know if you think The Office gets worse, or if you don't like it at all. I don't know. Some people might not like it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few out there.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Watch one of these two videos, and we'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.